Hi, I'm Detective Incognito. Welcome to another investigation. I explore strange events, forgotten discoveries, and questions that still challenge what we know about our world. What you're about to hear might change the way you see everything. 300 Facebook likes can predict your personality better than your spouse. Scientists proved it in peer-reviewed research, published in one of the world's most prestigious journals. An algorithm analyzing your digital footprints knows you more accurately than the person you share your life with. This methodology was then used to build psychological profiles for over 100 million voters, deployed in political campaigns. That changed electoral outcomes. Subscribe now to understand how algorithms read minds through data, and why every click reveals more than you realize. Like this video if your online behavior might be telling secrets you never intended to share. In 2012, researchers at the University of Cambridge Psychometrics Center launched what appeared to be a harmless Facebook application called My Personality. Michael Kosinski, David Stilwell, and Thor Grapel from Microsoft Research designed it to explore whether digital behavior could predict psychological characteristics. Users voluntarily took the Big Five personality test, answering questions that measured 5 fundamental dimensions of human personality: openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. These 5 traits form the foundation of modern personality psychology. 6 million people participated willingly, taking the test and granting permission for researchers to access their Facebook data. The team then performed sophisticated statistical analysis, correlating test results with Facebook likes. What they discovered sent shockwaves through psychology and computer science. In 2013, they published findings in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Facebook likes predicted personality with extraordinary precision. With just 70 likes, the algorithm understood users better than their friends did. With 150 likes, it surpassed the predictive accuracy of family members who had known them for decades. With 300 likes, it matched or exceeded how well spouses could predict their partner's personality traits. The implications extended far beyond personality prediction. The model could determine sexual orientation with 88% accuracy, ethnicity at 95%, political affiliation at 85%. Religious beliefs at 82%. It predicted substance use patterns, relationship status, even whether someone's parents had divorced. All derived from patterns in what people clicked thumbs up on across Facebook. Michael Kosinski immediately recognized the profound privacy implications. He published warnings alongside the research, emphasizing that while this was academic work with noble intentions, the methodology could easily be weaponized by anyone who understood the principles. In 2014, those warnings proved prescient. Alexander Kogan, a psychologist at Cambridge University, approached Kosinski about commercializing the methodology for political consulting. Kosinski refused categorically. Kogan proceeded independently, creating his own personality quiz application called This Is Your Digital Life. Approximately 270,000 Facebook users took his quiz. But Kogan's application contained something more sinister. It harvested data not merely from quiz participants, but from all their Facebook friends, through Facebook's Open Graph feature, which at the time allowed applications to access friend data with minimal restrictions. With an average of 200 friends per user, Kogan's application collected personal information on 50 to 87 million individuals who never consented to any data collection. He sold this massive data set to Cambridge Analytica, political consulting firm specializing in data-driven campaign strategy. Cambridge Analytica employed the methodology Kosinski had published to reverse engineer personality profiles for tens of millions of people who never took any psychological test. They built comprehensive psychographic profiles for over 100 million American voters. In 2016, Cambridge Analytica contracted with Ted Cruz's presidential campaign for $5.8 million. When Cruz withdrew from the race, they pivoted to Donald Trump's campaign. Their strategy centered on psychographic micro-targeting. Rather than broadcasting identical messages to all voters, they created dozens of advertisement variations, tailored to specific personality types. Individuals scoring high in neuroticism and conscientiousness received fear-based messaging about immigration and security threats. Those scoring high in openness to experience saw optimistic messages about economic opportunity and innovation, the same policy positions, packaged differently, based on algorithmically predicted psychological vulnerabilities. The critical question naturally emerged: does psychographic targeting actually influence behavior? In 2017, Sandra Matz at Columbia Business School collaborated with Cambridge researchers to provide experimental validation. They published results in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences under the title Psychological Targeting as an Effective Tool of Digital Mass Persuasion. The experiment involved real Facebook advertising campaigns, reaching 3.5 million people. They tested cosmetics advertisements, targeted at individuals predicted to be extroverted versus introverted. Ads matched to personality generated 40% more clicks and 50% more purchases than mismatched advertisements. CrossFit gym advertisements showed similar patterns. Michael Kosinski, by then at Stanford, acknowledged the findings confirmed that targeting is not only theoretically possible, but demonstrably effective at scale. However, he emphasized he had been warning about precisely these risks. For years, scientists continue debating the boundaries of effectiveness. Alexander Kogan argued post-scandal that the methodology lacks accuracy at the individual level, but performs well in aggregate. Personality profile of New York City as a whole proves accurate. A profile of a specific individual like Anderson Cooper does not. The crucial distinction lies between mass persuasion, operating on populations, and individual manipulation targeting specific people. Small population-level effects matter enormously. In elections decided by margins of thousands of votes. In March 2018, whistleblower Christopher Wiley exposed Cambridge Analytica's data harvesting practices. The Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal erupted into global consciousness. 87 million users had been affected. The hashtag #DeleteFacebook trended worldwide. Cambridge Analytica shut down operations in May 2018. Yet the underlying methodology persists. Researchers emphasize important limitations that media coverage often overlooked. Facebook likes are performative social acts, rather than isolated behavioral signals. Context matters profoundly. Why someone liked something influences what that action reveals about their psychology. The techniques aren't terrifyingly accurate at individual prediction. They're moderately effective at population-level targeting. Studies indicate similar psychographic methods were employed by Obama's 2012 campaign and Clinton's 2016 effort. Cambridge Analytica was neither uniquely capable nor uniquely effective. The lasting legacy is widespread awareness of data vulnerability. What Cambridge Analytica revealed is that algorithms can identify behavioral patterns, but cannot control human minds. The distinction between prediction and manipulation proves essential. Psychographic targeting demonstrates effectiveness at population scale through small but measurable shifts in aggregate behavior. In closely contested elections, small effects determine outcomes. Michael Kosinski's original warnings were prescient. Applications of this technology can manipulate people toward decisions, potentially against their own interests. Scientists still debate where ethical boundaries should exist. Is personalized marketing helpful customization or harmful manipulation? Evidence indicates humans are more predictable than we prefer believing. Simultaneously, we prove more resistant to influence than algorithms assume. Context, emotional states, and moment-to-moment psychological fluctuations introduce variability that models struggle to capture. Our digital footprints reveal genuine patterns about personality, preferences, and proclivities. Not perfect prediction, but substantially better than random guessing. Researchers emphasize transparency and informed consent as crucial safeguards. Understanding how algorithmic analysis operates provides some resistance against manipulation. Knowledge itself functions as a form of defense. The algorithm doesn't know you perfectly, but it knows you better than most people in your life ever will. The question isn't whether to leave digital footprints in modern society. That's functionally impossible. The question is whether we understand what those footprints reveal about our psychology, our vulnerabilities, and how our decisions can be influenced. Your behavior exhibits predictability you haven't fully considered, but prediction isn't destiny. Awareness fundamentally alters the equation. When you understand how you're being analyzed, you reclaim agency over how you respond to attempts at influence. If you liked what you just saw, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Leave your opinion in the comments below to let me know what you thought. Thanks for sticking around, and see you in the next video.